Welcome to part 2 of Advance, where we're now in the obligatory casino level. And this one, I will give it some credit, it's not trying to rip off Casino Night from Sonic 2, which for a Sonic level that's being a casino after Sonic 2 is actually quite impressive, you know? Yeah, this has got some finicky level design, but for the most part it's actually pretty decent.
It looks like Disneyland in the background.
It does, yeah.
Or I like to say it, Riffland.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
That's so funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Eggman's going to battle you in the Mickey cosplay bot.
Nah, thankfully.
Oh.
But it does give more points to Disney Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, like the crusher blocks in the stage, they're not too obnoxious. It's when you get to Advance 3 that they just go full idiot on you. But for now, they're kind of alright. This game does have some kind of unique enemy designs in it. We had that frog thing throwing balls of fire up in the air. Not sure whether that uniqueness is a good thing or not, but it looks cool. Yeah, so, yeah, Joe, what do you think of this stage?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like the theme for it, it's sort of smooth.
Yeah, again, like, it's a good
Yeah,
song.
I know, but you can't just keep on going on about it. Just mention it once and then just leave it.
And I will. I have got everything out for this soundtrack. This soundtrack was ruined so much. I wonder when Nintendo will get around to bringing out officially licensed Game Boy Advance ear defenders.
Well, it's an old console now. I don't think they're worried about it. I think it's more the Wii U and the 3DS.
Yeah, but
yeah, that new 3DS. I ain't even read that much into it.
Apparently they've got extra bumpers on the
Why?
back, and there's a tiny circle pad to the top
It's just-
left corner of the buttons.
you know what I think about this? I think too late. That should have been the base model.
Yeah.
And I know a few people have compared it to like the Game Boy Color compared to the Game Boy, but the Game Boy Color had enough of a distinction to justify anything.
Yeah, because it sort of did needed colour though, really, didn't it, in a way?
It's like that was a noticeable thing that was then brought into basically every game afterwards. Whereas with this, the only thing we know of that's going to be exclusive for it's the Xenoblade remake.
If I did play, well, if I did buy a Game Boy Advance, so like if I was like alive back then, like
you weren't
if I was,
alive when the game
well, no, I was saying it.
So we confirmed 10.
What are you trying to tell us?
No, I meant born, but that sort of means but I wasn't alive, was I? So
yeah.
you know what I mean? But
no, we don't.
I still would have been frustrated with the black and white screen, to be honest.
Oh, I thought you meant Game Boy Advance. That's why I was getting confused.
No, I was on about the Game Boy.
I was thinking, wait, Joey's like 10?
Youngster Joey confirmed.
In my mind I am, like mentally I am, but
Joey, how's that Ratata training coming up? Oh god. Yeah, but like the thing with
yeah, I'm 10. Yeah, with a fucking voice like this. Yeah.
You're not wearing comfy shorts.
yeah,
you like that, wouldn't you? Fucking nonsense.
Yeah, but like the thing with the 3DS is it's not enough to justify buying a new system.
To be honest, it's pretty much the 2DS over again, isn't it?
Why put such a microscopic circle joystick to the top left of the buttons? Why not put it below the buttons, or move the buttons down and put a larger one above them?
Because that would make sense. And
this is what I don't understand about the 2DS, right? Yeah, I can understand you want it in 2D, fair enough. But you do know there's an off button on your Nintendo 3DS.
What they were going for was like a cheap alternative for like young kids and that, but that kind of gets out the window when you consider the 2DS doesn't have a clamshell. So
and also because the hinge may break on the 3DS.
Yeah, but I think
it does come down a bit sharp, but you just got to be careful, really, don't you?
Yeah, you need a clamshell on it, I think, just because that's what protects the screen. Just if kids break their hinges, then just for Christ's sake, be careful. But like scratches happen naturally. Like you walk around with stuff in your pocket, it gets scratched up. Whereas the clamshell things, you have to kind of be irresponsible.
Have you seen
with
it
that,
though? It just looks so awkward, like playing it. Like
they've coloured the regular 3DS buttons like red, green, blue, and
No, I
yellow.
thought that was the new 3DS XL
No,
that
I
had the
think
colours.
it's-
The
I think
SP
it's
is when
the
they
new
started doing the
3DS.
clamshell, wasn't it?
Yeah,
The SP.
yeah.
Which
That,
is, I don't know. Do you think that the Game Boy Advance needed the SP? I mean, I've got one, but I'm just wondering.
well,
If it
I
did-
really didn't see the point of it at the time. Like, it was just one of them. Like, I had a Game Boy Advance. I don't really need a new one. But now, I think the biggest addition that it was dying for was the backlight. You know. Because that's what I was saying earlier about how the colours in a lot of these games look really washed out. Like, they deliberately bumped up the brightness of a lot of games purely because like the screen was dark, so they had to compensate. Whereas once the SP was out, like you didn't have to faff around with that anymore because like it had a backlight, so you don't need to do it. You can actually see the screen outside and stuff.
Oh, this level is obnoxious.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Fortunately, in the second part, it's not as bad.
No, I don't mind this level. It's a little bit slow, but at least it's like platforming slow rather than just waiting on things slow. No, I don't mind it with platforming. The ones that annoy me are the ones that are sort of waiting around for things to move. Which is a lot of why I...
Well, there was a lot in Genesis, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they just wait for the next frame to load up. Just waiting itself, isn't it?
Makes you wonder why Sonic would travel underwater when he knows he can't swim and he'll drown. Why doesn't he just run across the water and run up to the mountain?
Because it's not Sonic Rush, he hasn't got the boost yet.
I don't care. He still travels at the speed of sound.
This was back when it was impossible to win.
See, I was just wondering, you know, with the blue shell in Mario Kart, and I know this is random, but it was before the DS, sorry. But I think with the DS is when they bring it back more in the popularity, wasn't it?
I can't even
Because
remember.
it was sort of forgettable, and it was really, really rare to get them in the previous games, wasn't it?
I can't even remember that much about Mario Kart.
Yeah.
This level, I'll give it some credit. It does look like really pretty sprite work and that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
For a nice level, it can go two ways, can't it? It can either look like really nice or it can look boring. And like this has got the really nice look, whereas there's some nice levels that are just everything's white and that just looks bland as hell.
What I'd like to see is a snow level with generations controls, but with like when you're travelling through the wooded area. I reckon that'd be interesting.
What sort of level are you thinking of?
Just like,
What? Because of that background there.
yeah, that area's just making me think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is kind of cool because it's like Arctic and like on ice caps and that, but it's a forest in the background.
yeah, it's kind
Sort
of.
of like Canada or something like that, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, it's not like a specifically snowy area. It's just a normal area where it's been snowing, kind of thing.
yeah.
What I was saying in terms of like, I think I mentioned this in Sonic 4 as well, but Sonic 4's ice level really suffered because a lot of it was inside a cave section, so like there was a really bland sort of background for
Oh yeah,
most of it.
cave levels are quite boring, aren't they?
Well, ice cave levels are. Normal cave levels, depending on what they do inside the cave, can be quite interesting. Like Mystic Cave Zone from Sonic 2 looks kind of cool, I think. Now this, now I'm banging on about the music again, but when you got the speed shoe, it just ups the pace of ups the tempo. I mean, of a song that's already kind of awkward to listen to. So it's just like really fast moving noise. But like this is the ice thing that I was saying I really like, but it could do with like a remix or something in a newer game, I think. Because I want to hear this song properly. And yeah, I don't think to mention it earlier, but the Insta Shield's back from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is kind of cool, I suppose. Anyway,
Well, not the elemental ones.
nah, not the end of
They
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't think.
Anyway, suddenly like lava crater things underwater in
Shit.
ice.
Well, go back.
I'm going. It's not like I'm the kind of person who leaves terrible gameplay in the final video at all, is it? Goes back
Not
to.
gonna say anything.
No comment.
It's alright, it's not like we got lost in the same cave for 2 parts straight at one point.
What was that? Was that there?
Ruby. Nah, that was Ruby. Yeah, that was kind of 2012 era. We're not going back there.
And stuck in a gym.
It all became better when I arrived.
Yeah.
He's just agreeing with
I
me.
unfortunately have to agree.
Things didn't really change.
Oh, shut up. In the entertainment of this business.
Yeah, here we have the quality control man.
And also, I'm the most controversial. Who gets the stuff cut. That should be like a DVD extra of like Flame as well.
Yeah, it's like, here's the irrelevant stuff that I cut out because it had literally nothing to do with what we. Here's spoilers for an unrelated anime.
It's the stupid shit Joey says that you said, which offended me a bit. It's not stupid.
I'm
It
sorry.
might be shit,
I'm
but
sorry. Sonic's face as he was sliding down that slope was hilarious.
Yeah, there's some good facial expressions. What do you think of this boss, Joe?
I didn't really like it, to be honest. Like, I got a little bit stuck and a bit annoyed because I save stated literally right near it, and it was like 5 seconds thing. I was like, oh, hurry up.
Yeah. I
And
remember
it's annoyed me, but it's easy to get down once you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just once you clock on that you're actually meant to be jumping on top
It's
of
a
the
piece of piss,
spikes.
isn't it?
Yeah. All it is you need that little boost to be able to get to Eggman.
Yeah.
Or get to the fresh air to breathe again. I'm sorry, in terms of like physics, I'm sure if you've been drowning, you need more than like a split second to come back to like normal breathing, don't you? You can't just think,
Oh yeah.
and go back in. Yeah. Come on. This is me being a tit here, by the way. I'm taking my sweet time to get out for air. I can't remember because it's been ages since I played as any characters other than Sonic in this game. I think Knuckles has still got his gimp jump from S3 and K in there. I don't know if you played
Is that when he
Knuckles.
sort of
at all.
yeah. Is that when he sort of glides when he jumps?
Well, no, because in Sonic 3 Knuckles, his jump wasn't as high as Sonic's is.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking it's been a long time. I remember particularly having trouble with this boss as Knuckles back when I first played this years ago. And I'm starting to think it might have been if Knuckles carried over his weaker jump. Because that obviously you'd need to get on the
Because
platform
he's more
quicker.
grounded, really, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's got his kind of gliding and climbing, so they kind of wanted to balance it out a bit.
Yeah.